cleared
Weaponized
to
wokeness is losing, man. You don't hear about people getting fired for supporting Trump as much anymore. I'm sure it still happens. But that weaponized wokeness got really bad 4 years ago, and I think it died.
It did, but it didn't, right? Now it's going underground. I can tell you in the entertainment industry, like who gets booked, who doesn't get booked.
Yeah, it has to do with politics a lot.
The people that are in charge are still going to have their opinions and their feelings.
Right.
But now they know they can't be as vocal about it, but they still have this internalized hatred. There's no doubt about it. After Trump wins, if Trump wins, the next step, what you were talking about before, how do we get to that 4-year plan? We have to create a parallel economy. We have to learn from the mistakes of the last 12, 16 years, especially on our side of the aisle. And have to say, whose idea was it to just completely punt on communication? Like, how did the left completely get ideological capture of all education, of all colleges, of all television, of all radio, of all movies?
Yeah.
And we have to say, we have to make sure this never happens again. Somebody like Zachary Levi comes out and he says, I know I'm throwing my career away when I say this, but I'm voting for Trump. And everybody in that Twitter feed goes, this is so terrible. Hollywood is so evil. How this just goes to show. And I read that going, no, it's us. We screwed up. Because somebody like Zachary Levi has nowhere to go. That's on us. They don't want us. Why are we giving them our money? Let's make our own movies. Let's have our own culture. Let's give people that are undecided a place to go.
If you can't get the truth anywhere, let's have our own network.
Brother, there's so many A-list celebrities that I've worked with that are closeted conservatives or closeted libertarians that could.
But not
never,
4 years ago, or still 4 years ago.
Right now.
Yeah.
But still, right now, don't feel comfortable coming out and say it because they'll never work in Hollywood again.
What do you think about Quaid doing the Reagan movie? That was probably a career buster for him in Hollywood.
Look at how much trouble he had getting distribution. The key is distribution. You guys are learning. The key is distribution. You can make the world's greatest movie if nobody puts it on a screen.
Right.
What happens? If there's no ability for you to monetize it, what happens? Like, and I don't understand, is Netflix, is Reed Hoffman so intelligent that we can't figure out a way to compete? Or are they getting so much money from China that their actual business model is propaganda, and it doesn't matter that Disney loses $500 million on these movies, because how much money are they getting? How much dark money are they getting to put that messaging out?
Well, not even dark money necessarily, but the Chinese market is such an important market for companies like Disney to reach. They can't show a Star Wars movie that has any anti-communist ideals, and otherwise it doesn't reach the Chinese market. So they might be losing business in the United States when people feel alienated by woke crap, but they're making it back on the overseas.
But that can't be an excuse. And anybody listening to this, anybody that's in this marketplace that has the means, we have to invest in our messaging. Yeah. We have to invest in getting our culture out there. The youth doesn't care. The youth and honestly, 99% of us, when we come home and we have a long day and life is hard, groceries are expensive, we don't want to get engaged in deep ideological discussions every night.
Right.
I just want to put on The Office for the 45th time. A movie like Top Gun in the 80s does more to promote American ideology and American values than all the documentaries in the world. We don't compete in that marketplace. We don't tell stories. We don't have parables. The right has to understand the value in art better. And the return on the investment can't always be, well, this made $100 million. Yeah, that's great. Some of the return on the investment has to be that people like Zachary Levi are not concerned to come out.
Right.
People like...
Honestly, it's gotten to a point where I think about the 1964 Civil Rights Act, and generally I agree with it. You shouldn't not hire somebody because of one of their immutable characteristics, like their race. If they're the best person for the job, it shouldn't get in the way of you hiring them. I think it's wrong to deny someone a position because of an immutable characteristic if they're the best for that position. And we've seen the reversal of that play out with DEI, but it's almost gotten to the point where I'm thinking that political ideology should be protected in the same way that we protect religious rights and other immutable characteristics.
But it is, though. It's a democratic marketplace. Just we got to put our money where our mouth is. Yeah. We can identify the problem, which is what we do, and we say, man, Hollywood's too woke. These people, woke is not dying. It's going underground, I guess is my big point I'm trying to make. It's still going to happen. They're just not going to promote it because they've gotten the backlash. But these people haven't changed. And they've already been losing money for however many years, right? This is what they are. This is who they are. Seth Rogen is not changing, right? We need to identify, but also look, if you're a capitalist and I'm a huge capitalist, I'm not saying throw your money away to make sure that we can make our movies too. What I'm saying is that there's a 200 million person marketplace that's being actively ignored, if not actively antagonized, that we can be getting in on. You're going to tell me that you don't think Tony Hinchcliffe would be pretty good starring in his own sitcom? Do you think after going on this stage tonight?
Man, it was so funny too. People didn't even know he was a comedian.
Do you think Tony Hinchcliffe is going to get a sitcom after tonight?
I don't think he cares.
Well, this is but
we should. Right, you're absolutely
because
right.
we need to give that man a show.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
We need you guys want to put up Aquafina? Okay, let's put up Aquafina and we'll go head to head on our
She-Hulk
own network
versus Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, let's see. You want to compete? Let's compete. That's how we want to play this game? Sure. Exactly.